On human vanity and curiosity. It appears as a tantalising email that says simply, "I love you." Open the attachment that comes with it and you're in trouble, bitten by what's become known as the Lovebug. The virus first appeared in Manila in the Philippines. It then rolled west with the dawn, pausing briefly to attack the Dow Jones Newswire in Hong Kong. Across Asia and into Europe, the virus wreaked havoc, attacking 80% of Germany, Sweden and Britain's email networks, including the House of Commons in London. Across the Atlantic, the virus hit pay dirt, penetrating the Pentagon, CIA and shutting down Amazon.com and Yahoo. New Zealand woke to warnings from across the world, but too late. It struck here with state insurance and Air New Zealand among the casualties.
We'll look more closely at the impact of the virus here in a moment, but we'll start with its spread across the globe. The virus attacks computers using Microsoft Outlook software. Experts say it's costing millions or even billions of dollars, with files destroyed, work interrupted and the cost of fixing the damage mounting. Kiri Coughlin begins our coverage.
The words "I love you" have always been among the three most dangerous in the English language, and the phrase proved its power again. No matter what language you speak, the unlovely love letter proved too alluring to resist. The Lovebug bit on high in the States.
The House is experiencing a virus outbreak.
Britain's politicians also not immune.
The leader of the House may have received an email message saying, "I love you." I have to tell her that sadly this affectionate greeting contains a virus.
Not just the politicians, computer users large and small came under attack. The virus needs just one person to open it on one computer at any given business. It then infiltrates the computer's address book, forwarding itself to everyone listed. It does its damage by clogging up the company's communication channels. Today, the virus preyed on human weakness and computer obedience.
I should have known better. And normally I would never open an email that I didn't know, but it says "I love you."
A radio reporter in Dallas got the message 1,500 times.
Well, I know I'm loved, but I didn't know it was that much.
But this virus has a serious cost.
It causes productivity loss, email gateways go down, everyone's sitting around waiting for their email to work, and so companies will have intangibly lost many millions of pounds, dollars, yen.
Then there's the price of the search and destroy mission.
This Lovebug is actually officially a worm, which means that you can't actually repair it, all you can do is delete it.
With the Pentagon and the CIA also hit, the FBI is tonight hunting another hacker.
Yeah, we'll solve this. Will it be today, tomorrow, a year from now? I don't know.
The hacker also programmed the virus to collect private passwords. The advice from experts: today is a good day to change your password. Kiri Coughlin, One News.
Well, that advice came too late for many New Zealand computer users. The Lovebug spread swiftly, disrupting communications in several big companies and at least one government department. Andrew Potter reports.
The Lovebug romanced its way into the heart of New Zealand computers early this morning. It pounced as soon as email was cleared, the bug replicating and sending itself around the country. Few were spared from the heartache. State insurance, just one company that wasted time fixing the bug.
People outside of state wanting to communicate with state via email, they'll be affected because our firewall is down until we make sure that all the latest signature files are updated. The cost is more of annoyance and people not being able to send emails, so there is an impact.
Although customer files weren't affected, they say it may be more costly than last year's Melissa virus.
I think the Melissa virus cost the industry about 80 million US. So this one, I suspect, would be significantly more because of how pervasive it is.
Such was the speed of the Lovebug that inter-office communications for many Kiwi companies was crippled, leaving them to resort to the simple fax machine to communicate.
Samantha Richard speaking.
Virus-killing company Symantec run off its feet dealing with worried Kiwi corporates.
I'd say close to easily over 100 to maybe 200 companies affected that we may hear of. We know of a lot of companies in Australia, and we definitely know of a lot of companies in England and across Europe.
Government departments, the Bank of New Zealand and Air New Zealand all had to deal with the bug. As with many companies, their email and operational computer systems are separate.
This is the most serious, the most severe computer virus that has come to New Zealand.
There is a cure to the bug. Many software companies offering an online antidote that can be downloaded for free. However, the problem may be far from over. There are many rapidly spreading mutations of the callous cupid from cyberspace. Andrew Potter, One News.
And tracing whoever created the Lovebug may not be easy. An internet services provider in the Philippines says the virus came from 2 email addresses. But it says because the service is prepaid, there's no way to trace who owned the account. And it says a hacker based anywhere in the world could have used the accounts.
To the Waitara police shooting.
Virus causing havoc in infotech systems around the country today and around the world today. Well, what are these viruses? How do we avoid them? What can we do against them? But right at the start tonight, there are still a few minutes left, some 15 minutes left for you to vote in our poll. Big issue. These viruses, how do they work? Simon Shepherd first.
There's a new virus in the database.
This is Hollywood's treatment of hackers. Pure fiction.
It's just a minor glitch.
Minor glitch with you seems to turn into a major catastrophe.
But this is fact.
From financial houses in Hong Kong to the House of Commons in London to the House of Representatives in Washington.
The I love you virus, or Lovebug, is like any germ. Attacks your immune system and then spreads.
The computer virus is called a virus because it infects computer systems like common cold infects people.
Once you've got the Lovebug, it gets into your address book. It mails all of your friends, jams up their computers and attacks their files. Then it moves on to the next one, and all the time it's rapidly multiplying. Computer viruses come in several forms. There's worms.
A worm is very similar to a virus.
Trojan horses.
Looks friendly, but has a hidden dangerous component to it.
And logic bombs.
Sits hidden inside the computer for some length of time and then explodes.
Right, listen up. Use your best viruses to buy us some time. We have to get into Plague's file and copy the worm.
The people who make them are virus builders, computer hackers. Why do they do it?
Some believe it's for a technical challenge. Others think it's some sort of high-tech vandalism. Some people claim that it's because people like to test these sort of things out.
So they're serious, all right, and the big one today has been very successful and devastating internationally, the Lovebug. One American organisation specialising in computer viruses today estimates the Lovebug has caused some $2 billion worth of damage, or will cause $2 billion worth of damage in lost files, productivity and inconvenience by Monday. And it shows once and for all just how easily and effectively a guerrilla war could be waged in cyberspace, just how effective cyber terrorism could be, damaging not only businesses, of course, but health systems, defence systems, the ability of modern governments to function, modern civic systems to function. The Lovebug is what's known as a worm virus. It uses your system to replicate itself. You'll find it on your email. Do not open anything that says I love you or love letter, just delete it. And then late this afternoon, the Lovebug has mutated itself in a way. It's appearing as the Joker with the email subject joke. So if you see joke, don't open that, even if you think it might be a nice joke. With us is Pat Pilcher to tell us more. Pat Pilcher from IDG Computer Consultants. He's with us in Wellington. Good evening.
Oh, good morning, Paul. Evening, sorry.
Yeah, well,
how are you?
Good, I'm very good. You've had a long day, obviously.
Oh, yes, yeah, too long. But it's Friday, it doesn't matter.
No, it does not, Pat. The Lovebug, what damage does it do? I mean, what does it actually do when it gets into your system?
Well, the Lovebug's quite an interesting virus. It sort of, not only does it get into your system and destroy files like a classical virus, but being a worm, as you said earlier, it replicates itself and then transmits itself using all the contacts in your email address book and Outlook to spread itself across all other computer systems around the place.
So what does it do, though? Does it simply clog up systems, or does it? Can it destroy your work?
Well, it can actually destroy files. It is destructive to files, and more importantly, it also downloads an extra little doodad which can go through your PC's memory and hard drive and look for network passwords, you know, your log-on passwords for ISPs and things. And it will then attempt to send that off to a set address on the internet. So it does constitute a serious security problem as well. as being destructive and, of course, malicious in that it's contacting your friends. Even more importantly, of course, as you mentioned before, the joked version has come out. So there's a lot of programmers who are getting hold of this virus code, modifying it and then letting it loose on the net again. And there is a very strong chance that, of course, this code will become a lot more malicious as successive generations are released by hackers.
In New Zealand, I mean, we know about some of the big organisations, House of Commons, the CIA, Amazon.com and Yahoo today were affected, but in New Zealand we had State Insurance today, Air New Zealand affected. Are there likely to have been more companies affected than are letting on? Because, I mean, you were discussing something with me earlier, there's a kind of a corporate pride that you don't get affected by a virus. So are there likely to be more companies affected than we know about?
It's a definite possibility. I mean, any company that's got twitchy investors investing in it or has a presence on the NZSE, they may not want to disclose that they have been, in fact, impacted upon badly by this virus. So they may well downplay things, yes.
So what's going to happen then with the Lovebug? Is it simply going to burn out?
Well, it's interesting. The antivirus software manufacturers are actually going to, or are actually now frantically playing catch-up and releasing updates to try and trap this thing. And of course, system operators within major corporations and within mainframes and things, they're actually working very hard to delete it as well. And so mail server administrators, users are cottoning onto this thing, and of course, antivirus software is catching up with this as well. So I think its life expectancy is limited, but then you need to be aware of the fact that there will be mutant strains released.
But of course, I mean, if you look at if you trace the course of the Lovebug today, you can see the speed with which it sweeps the world, and I imagine that makes it very difficult for the antivirus people to compete.
Well, I mean, you're only 1 picosecond away from anywhere on the planet Earth with the internet.
You're what second away?
1 picosecond, 1 millionth of a second. You know, you're going at the speed of light, and it's been quite interesting to watch as the Dateline has brought daylight around successive countries around the world, and May the 4th has rolled out. Business users and home users, of course, check their email first thing in the morning quite often, and that's when this virus has suddenly leapt into action, and hey presto. And because it's a worm virus, of course, it gets 10 people out of your address book or whatever, or all the people in your address book in your email program, contacts them, sends an infected copy of an email to them. They then get all the people in their address books and so on and so on, so it's almost exponential.
All right, then what about keeping yourself safe, keeping your system safe, keeping your PC safe, keeping your security safe, keeping your business safe? I mean, what's the best advice regarding viruses?
Okay. Well, first thing is equip yourself with the latest antivirus software. Now, two that spring to mind immediately are Norton's antivirus and, of course, McAfee's antivirus. There are many different types of virus software out there, and your computer store, the closest computer store to you can help you out with that. And it's also incredibly important to keep that virus software as up-to-date as possible. Viruses mutate and change, and your virus software needs to be updated to be able to keep track of that.
And of course, you need to back up your files, probably the best thing.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, if a virus does get past your antivirus software, back your files up. I mean, if tragedy does strike, you can always restore your files.
All right then, Pat, thanks very much for your time. Pat Pilger from IDG Computer Consultants. We'll see what happens to the Lovebug and the Joker over the weekend. As I say, one American analyst predicting $2 billion New Zealand.
8 different names, including joke and Mother's Day gift, making this computer crippler harder to contain.
I just cleaned this server no longer than a half an hour ago. It's back.
John Huffstutler helps run the computers for the CBS New Media companies, computers that had up to 20,000 still images erased. Audio and visual files seem to be a favorite target for the virus.
This computer worm, it's actually both a virus and a worm, actually took probably about 5 minutes to analyze and produce a cure for. And the difficult part is not actually analyzing the virus, but actually distributing the cure to all of our customers.
Tonight, this virus is the most widespread ever, if not the most destructive. The latest demonstration of just how much power resides in each computer connected to the World Wide Web, and how vulnerable that makes us all.
Today, any kid with a PC has as much power as a CIA or nuclear power plant or major companies, and they can actually test their creations and know they'll spread, so the bar has really been lowered. And so the problem will probably only get worse.
Meantime, the hunt's on in the Philippines for the creator of the bug. We'll have more of that later in Close-Up.
To somebody in the Philippines?
Yes, to somebody in the Philippines.
In the message, the code name Spider, and the message was signed off from Manila.
It may not be the hacker's first cybercrime. He or she tried busting into servers before.
We know in fact, we know that we banned this particular person from our servers on April 1.
And damaging as the Lovebug is, the hacker planted a second virus in Philippine web pages. Its job, invade every computer it could, search out every password, email them to the hacker, who could use those passwords to break into compromised systems worldwide. Fortunately, it was spotted and stopped only minutes after it activated.
You know, the only good news we have out of all of this is it could have been a lot worse. If everybody in the world had to change their passwords, that could have made life a lot more difficult for everyone.
If the culprit is from here, the choice of country may be as clever as the virus the hacker launched. The Philippines has no specific law against cybercrimes. Authorities, frankly, aren't sure how they'll prosecute. If and when, of course, they ever catch the villain behind the virus.